Island storms erupted across the state all day yesterday. I will have more coming up about this winter weather coming back in March. It's only early March, so stay tuned.
National forecast. All that and more on this Tuesday edition of Size Eyes on the Skies. Size Eyes starts now.
It's Monday night on ISU TV, broadcasting live from Ames, Iowa. This is Size Eyes on the Skies. ISU TV's longest-running television program brings you the weather from around the country to the heart of Iowa. The ISU Meteorology Department team of forecasters keep you ahead of the storm. From Iowa's most trusted weather team, this is Size Eyes on the Skies.
Welcome back to Size Eyes. I'm joined here by Matt. So, how are things going, Matt?
They're going well. How are you doing, Hannah?
I'm doing pretty well. It was a pretty cool day, but I heard we had snow this afternoon. How did that happen?
Yeah, it's crazy, right? We had some tornadoes that spin up around yesterday around the state. We had some crazy warm weather, but today it has been much cooler. As you can see, look at this 24-hour temperature change from yesterday into today. 26 degrees less today than it was yesterday here in Ames, 20 down in Des Moines, and that's just yesterday we broke records across the state. And let's take a look at that daily planner for tomorrow. A little bit cooler than it has been, 35 degrees at 8 a.m. for your bus stop, 47 degrees at noon, topping out around 49 degrees. And
thanks, Matt. Now it's time for tonight's weather news. Yesterday's severe weather event dropped 20 so far confirmed tornadoes. And one of them was even an EF3 tornado that dropped around 8 o'clock p.m. last night in Oak Grove, Missouri. The tornado was tracked for 12 miles and left a dozen injuries. Now, this same front that caused our tornadoes last night is now wreaking havoc in the southwest, and we'll have more with that with Caleb's forecast. How is it looking, Caleb?
You're right, Hannah. Half the country is experiencing winter still, and half still feels like summer. I'll have more coming up.
Welcome back to Size Eyes. We are joined by Caleb Wood. Caleb, what's the weather around the nation looking like?
Well, Hannah, we sure have a lot to talk about tonight. So we take a look around the nation. We have 56 degrees and sunny in St. Louis, 49 in Chicago, but we can definitely see where the cold air has settled across the country in the interior northern plains up near Montana, North Dakota, whereas the south remains warm, hinting at that taste of spring coming up here. As we go into the northeast, we have 50 degrees in New York, 44 in Boston, a cool 35 in Augusta. So we can definitely see this about almost 30-degree temperature gradient across the region. Very extreme. As we head down to the southeast, we have 72 in Orlando, a cooler 59 in Atlanta, where the cold front is starting to come through, and 71 and storms in New Orleans currently. To the southwest, we have 74 degrees in Phoenix, great for baseball weather for spring training. Go Cubs. We have 65 in Las Vegas, and a nice sunny 65 also in Santa Monica on the coast. Heading up to the northwest, it's very much cooler with 43 in Boise, 42 in Seattle, but the moderating 49 in Salem on the coast with that nice onshore flow. And back to the heartland, we have 52 in Des Moines, 45 up in Minneapolis. That's still, I think, above average for this time of year. So that's great, great to feel. 56 in Kansas City, and 48 over in North Platte. So all around the 40s and 50s, still above average. It was a pretty nice day across the country. Taking a look at our watches and warnings, we have a lot of red flag warnings highlighted in this pink color, meaning dry and windy conditions create favorable conditions for fires, potentially. We have a lot of wind advisories in this tan shading in Wisconsin, Minnesota, and North and South Dakota, as well as into the mid-Atlantic here, with high winds as the cold front sweeps through that region. And also, as we take a closer look up in the northern plains, this orange color here is a blizzard warning up in North Dakota as they got the cold side of the storm, whereas the Midwest got the warm side with the tornadoes yesterday. And again, this is a wind advisory, and then we have some winter weather advisories in that blue shading over in Montana. So, taking a look at the future model, we can definitely see this cold front sweeping through the eastern part of the country as evidenced by the clouds and severe storms heading through the South and Mid-Atlantic. It's going to push off the coast by about 7 a.m. And notice we have a lot of clear skies behind the cold front in the Midwest. That's going to shape up for a nice sunny day tomorrow. Again, the cold front's off. We see some snow going on in the interior Northwest with still clear skies in the middle of the country. And as we head into Thursday morning, there's going to be a hint of snow in northeast Iowa, whereas the middle is still clear and the snow continues to pile up in those northern Rockies. And heading throughout the day on Thursday, we have much of the same story with some snow going on. Highs tomorrow, it's going to be a little bit warmer. We have 72 down in Atlanta, 71 in St. Louis, 43 in Chicago, so not a very large distance to cover, but a large temperature gradient. 35 in Minneapolis, and a warm 86 down in Phoenix. So we're kind of all over the board, as is typical with spring around the corner. As we take a look at Dodge, Wisconsin, we have 40s with the next 2 days, but then we dip down for the weekend to the lower 30s and even single digits for the lows before we rebound into the 40s for next week.
Thanks, Caleb. Now it's time for tonight's trivia question. What year was the first tornado recorded is the question. We have A, 1643, B, 1782, C, 1547, or D, 1725. All right, now it's the time you've been waiting for. Matt, what's the weather around Iowa look like?
Well, Hannah, it has been a much calmer evening compared to what it has been like yesterday. Here's what's ahead. We have a windy tomorrow, a more seasonable winter March coming. So I'm sorry, it still is March, even though it was much warmer yesterday. I will have a more detailed forecast coming up after the break. Welcome back from the break. I am meteorologist Matt Dorn coming to you live and direct from our Size Eyes studios. Here have been the high temperatures for today, a lot cooler than yesterday. However, still above average for March this time of year. As you can see, 55 down in Des Moines, 53 here in Ames, 56 down in Ottumwa. Those have been accompanied by a strong westerly wind on the backside of that storm. And here are the current conditions across the state. Cloudy right now and 46 in Ames. Still some sunshine up in Waterloo up here. And 52 and cloudy in Des Moines, and clear skies down in Ottumwa with a current temperature of 47. And here are the current conditions in Ames, 46 and cloudy with a strong west-northwest wind at 16 miles per hour, slowly diminishing throughout the night, and the dew point is 24 degrees. And here, as we take a look at that future cast coming up, there is not, you can see the showers popping up here and there across the state for the rest of tonight, and that will push on through as the high-pressure system comes forward tomorrow, leading to some sunny skies and a beautiful day for Ames for Iowa here in March at least. And as we keep pushing through that future cast, some clouds up to our north, clear skies down to our south still, and here comes another system with some snow coming across the northern edge of Iowa. So we'll have to watch that, and you'll have to tune in for our show on Thursday because we'll have more stuff on that coming up. And here are the watches and warnings across the state. That wind advisory used to cover the whole state. It used to be a red flag warning, actually, which is very strong winds, and that is slowly ceasing as we go into the later night of the hours. Here are flood warnings down to our southeast, and you know, just a beautiful, beautiful night tonight. This is a great night to sleep with your windows open. 32 in Des Moines, just around freezing. If you are a cold sleeper like me, you will like this, but you know, it will be kind of cold. But tomorrow it will ramp back up and not be as warm again as yesterday, but it will be 56 in Des Moines and 50 in Marshalltown, 48 in Fort Dodge, 43 in Mason City with that sunshine down south. So that will be a beautiful day tomorrow. Tonight, 31, beautiful night, a little breezy, winds diminishing slowly throughout the night at west from 10 to 20 miles per hour. The moon will be out, the stars will be out, go stargazing, do something interesting. Tomorrow will be sunny and breezy once again, but still a beautiful day here in early March. for Ames. And here is the extended forecast. As you can see, Wednesday, 51%. And look at this on Saturday. There's a 60% chance of snow. We're not done with the snow quite yet, but that will make on for for some more cold temperatures here and before our spring officially begins.
Thanks, Matt. Looks like an interesting forecast. And now it's time for our trivia question. What year was the first tornado recorded? A, 1643, B, 1782, C, 1547, or D, 1725? So, what do you guys think?
You know, I'm really bad when it comes to history. What do you think, Caleb?
I'm going to say 1725, but I think it might, I'm wondering what country was this in, as well.
Yeah. This was actually in the United States.
All right, well, let's see where it is, what year it has been in.
1643. That's pretty good.
See, if I had a guess, that was going to be my guess. I'm totally serious.
You got to spit that out there,
see.
That's before our country was, officially declared independent.
Yeah, wow.
This was actually in Massachusetts Bay Colony by Governor John Winthrop. He was the one who actually recorded this.
I can't believe they were documenting tornadoes at that time. That seems a little early, there's a lot of stuff going on.
Shows how much progress we made as a society, though, about, almost 400 years later.
Yeah, wow. That is very interesting.
We had, 4 or 5 tornado warnings just yesterday in the state of Iowa?
That is unbelievable.
Just southeast of Des Moines?
It's still winter time. What's up with that? Tornadoes in winter time?
Well, it's the beginning of March. It's meteorological spring.
Welcome to Iowa in spring, where you get the tale of two cities within 2 days, right?
Yeah, seriously. Yeah, now
a
we
little
got
bit of summer yesterday, a little bit of winter coming on.
Yeah, coming up. Yeah, break out those shovels, guys. We're not done yet with that snow.
Right. All right.
Yeah. Well, I think that's it for tonight. You can follow us on Facebook and like us on Twitter. Tune in on Thursday for another great night of Size Eyes on the Skies.